What's up, guys? Jordan here, and today, can you guess what we're going to be eating? Spoiler, Taco Bell. Today I figured, I wanted some Taco Bell. While I was looking at the menu, what have we not tried? They got nothing new. There's no LTOs. You know, what is a, a Taco Bell classic that I have not had in a while that I want to revisit. And I decided it was the quesadilla. Um, you know, quesadillas, it's a straightforward item, but it's been a while since I've gotten one. So I figured now it was a good time to check it out. We'll check it out on the channel, see how it goes, and yeah. So anywho, let's look and see what they give me.
All right, so I dug it out the bag. I went ahead and unwrapped it. It was at the bottom of the bag, which makes sense. I did get a few other things to eat today, but that I've already gone over on this channel. But so it was a little smash to the paper. It's not super appetizing, and as far as how they cut it, I mean, look at that. It is hanging on. I'm gonna have to rip that. Here's a taco and some nacho chips I got. But yeah, so that kind of sucks. But again, not a big deal. I mean, luckily I'm at home. At least I'm not eating this in my car. And where it would be a lot messier, but whatever. I could rip it apart. It's not gonna look pretty. It's still I'm sure it's gonna taste the same, but again, a little annoying. You hate to see. Uh, you just like see that. That's not even. That's not even gonna. That's not. Yeah. But they didn't even try to cut that. Usually they try to do 4 pieces, but look, they just sliced it and then gave up. So whatever. I mean, as far as quality control on this quesadilla, I'm sure this doesn't hit their mark for internal standards, but I'm not too picky. I won't hold it against them too much, but again, it is annoying, does suck, and I feel like honestly most quesadillas you get from Taco Bell are like this. So, anywho, let's flip it around and give it a taste test.
All right, so finally I'm gonna go ahead and get this prepped to eat. Um, yeah, let me go ahead and rip off a slice or two. Again, a little annoying that this happens, but whatever. Um, I'm gonna eat it. But if this was if this is something you're sharing, this is kind of a shareable thing. I think they even have a whole in their app. They have like a whole meal for two, meal for four kind of thing, and a quesadilla is in one of them, and I think it's one of the share kind of things. So, it sucks in those scenarios to have a quesadilla that doesn't rip apart and all that. It's also not the prettiest thing, ooh, guess we're gonna go hot. I just reached into the Lucky Cup, Taco Bell cup, and pulled hot. Sure, why not? Not a bad way to live. But anywho, yeah. So it's not the prettiest thing, but whatever. I guess I'll go ahead and go with the prettiest looking end that I can pick. Uh, right here, you know, it's not as thick as I'd probably want a quesadilla to be, but you know, whatever. Ideally, I do think they skimp, and sometimes I think they. Here, let's get the middle. That kind of keeps. This is the middle of the quesadilla. Sometimes again, I think this suffers from. This is the ugly end. Um, Sometimes I think they suffer from like what the crunch wrap does or whatever, where they kind of lopside their ingredients. They don't really spread it out or anything. But all right, let's dive in. Mm. This side has no meat. It's all cheese. Okay, there's like one piece of meat right there. This point, we'll go for this middle. This middle part has some meat. Let's do that. All right. So, first thing, I've always felt for some reason that their quesadillas, for some reason, tend to be a little weird to bite into. I don't know what it is, but something about the way their tortilla and the grease kind of it makes them like I don't know if it's stretchy or what, more chewy. It's weird. I just feel I don't bite in so clean all the time. Could just be overthinking it, but besides that, taste is on point. I got a steak quesadilla today, also available in chicken. I usually alternate between the two, kind of just depending on my mood. Today, I was feeling beef, so I went with the steak. I believe they're the same price. It's like $5.99 for a quesadilla. You know, just it comes with the cheese, the meat, and whatever sauce they put. I forget what it's called. I want to say it's like a jalapeno, like a creamy jalapeno sauce or something like that. To me, the sauce is what makes it. I know some people don't like it, but I love it. It is really good. They need to put it on more things. It really just adds. It takes the edge off of the quesadilla. Quesadillas are very savory. You know, it's just meat, cheese, grease. You know, so to eat it with like a hot sauce is really good. To eat it with something creamy, you know, you go to a place, they serve it with sour cream to dip in. Some places will give you guac. Something to cut that greasy, that savoriness of it. That sauce does a really good job. It has a good flavor to it. Yes, without that sauce, I think people would be having a completely different discussion about this quesadilla. Again, Mexican food staple. Therefore, it's going to be a Taco Bell staple. It's probably never going to go anywhere, and will always be popular. I know this is a common thing that a lot of people. I know people who this is one of the only things they eat at Taco Bell. You know, there's not a whole lot to say. People love quesadillas. They're on every Mexican restaurant's menu for a reason. They're easy to make. They're usually cheap to make. Is this worth $5.99? I don't know. I mean, if you're getting a combo, fine. You know, it comes with a taco, a drink, and you're probably paying like, who knows, $7.99, $8.99. Cool. That's fine. Paying $5.99 for just a quesadilla. I mean, again, when I felt like this was kind of skimping on the meat. This one, I mean, I've gotten some quesadillas that are just really good from there, and I was like, oh my god, I want to get that again. But we'll just say today's quesadilla was mid. We'll just call it mid. So, you know, do I feel happy about spending $5.99 today? Not really. But will I do it next week? Maybe. Or a month from now? Probably. So, again, it's something that's always going to be in the rotation. It's not on my personal Mount Rushmore of Taco Bell items, but it deserves respect. So, anywho, yeah, you know, this again throwback. A lot of you have had this, so I'm not, you know, whatever. Uh, on that note, I appreciate you watching. Do you like quesadillas? Maybe let me know. When was the last time you had one? Do you prefer chicken or steak? Um, is it worth getting? How do you feel? Uh, Anywho, on that note, I'm gonna get on to the rest of my night. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.